I've intended to do something in this vein quite literally since the birth of my channel. You've seen the mythos, now stand in abject horror as I regale you with my shitty taste. Given that this is black metal, my favorite genre for the record, a cliche top...
No respect for his favorite bands. He just calls his favorite bands shitty. Like, what a retard. I mean, I repent of calling him No, I mean, he is, you know, judge with righteous judgment, right?
5 simply would not.
But, like, you know, don't think any lesser of him for it, you know, because we're really all retards, and we should really have patience and forgiveness for one another, and all seek the Christ. Yeah, baby, all of us the Christ.
So drop your frocks and grab your cocks for Razor Fist's top 6 recommended black metal records. This subgenre would later be derisively described as Norsecore. Over the span of 3 masterful albums in the late 90s and early 2000s, perhaps unintentionally, Judas Iscariot bridged that expanse, melding the aggression and speed of Swedish Norsecore with the more meditative atmospherics of top-shelf Norwegian black metal, and it's a bridge that stands to this day. One band...
There is nothing meditative about Norwegian black metal. SDBM? Yeah. Oh yeah. Hypothermia? Yeah. Norwegian black metal? No. Norwegian black metal? No.
Like Inquisition have been pirouetting the fuck across ever since, and Judas...
A lot of Jewish bands.
Iscariot never delivered it quite so effectively.
I mean, there you have 2 of them named after Jews right there. Judas Iscariot and Inquisition, which the Spanish Inquisition was spearheaded by Torquemada, who was a converso.
As on their final full-length release...
Did you know that Catholicism is a Jewish psyop?
To embrace the corpses bleeding. A chorus of buzzsaw guitars bites its...
Dude, look at this guy. This guy. He's older than me. And I'm like... I think I'm middle-aged. Oh, let's hope not. Let's hope not. Middle-aged for me ought to be like, I don't know, I'll leave that to the Lord.
Way through the mix, punctuated by hoary demonic growls, with a backbending beat of cryptic Winter's percussion throbbing like machine gun fire all the while, as potent a brew...
This is all very childish. I feel like this would be a better video if he were like 16, 17 years old. Then I'd be like, this is pretty badass. That kid's got a good attitude. He might need to get his mouth washed out, but that's a smart kid, you know, as long as he grows out of this shit.
The first person to send me a message after media caught up with me being gay were Faust. He sent me a message, support.
As long as he grows out of it.
In the up-tempo tempest of Bathed in Clouds of Blood...
Okay, so Bathed in Clouds of Blood. So we're talking about, like, the blood has evaporated into a mist, and we're walking through the blood mist. That's pretty metal. That's like one of the most metal things I've ever heard. The evaporation of blood. Really, metal is just the undermining of biology, right? Like, I'd say probably Elon Musk is the biggest metalhead. Maybe right up there with Yuval Ferrari. Is that his name? Harari? Yuval Noah Harari? You know, I used to be a metalhead, or I wanted to be a metalhead. When I was like 13, 14, I was like, you know, if I took my brain out and put my brain in a computer, it would be the same thing. I didn't know about God back then, though. I didn't know that my body belonged to God, that He gave power to my brain. It's wild. So it took me 20 years to figure that out.
As in pounding down-pace affairs like In the Valley of Death, I Am Their King.
You know, these Satanist guys are all really gay. But I'll tell you, there's this really prolific band called Satanic War Master, which really sucks. But they have one song I really like, and I don't know what it's called. Ooh, I bet you Danny's favorite black metal band is Wolven Howl. I bet you it's Wolven Howl.
To net.
Is it even okay to say the word anymore? I mean, I don't know. Such a long time ago, the Inquisition.
Cold, magnificent, but brutal all the while. I love this record, and you should too. Next.
We grow up so desensitized because it was such a long time ago. The Inquisition,
Just cringe and gay.
which persecuted, you know.
Right? If your corpse paint's great, everybody happy.
Is it even?
Sorry, if your corpse paint's... Look, really? If there's no character behind the paint, and then you're just cringe. If it's not a performance piece, if you're not being an entertainer about it, if you're not doing a character, then it's just... It's like, what are you doing? If you're not pretty much... If you really think this is cool... what's another word for black metal? Well, you're probably depressed and angry. What's another word for black metal? Black is carbon. What is metal? How do you say black metal in elemental terms? And what does this mean for the scripture?
Okay to say the word anymore? I mean, I don't know. I have a problem with that too. There's this manipulation of speech that you can use the N-word, but you can't. You can say Jewish or Jew, but you can't. And I hope those that are outside of black...
Dude. So he's complaining about it, and he has the power to say it like right now, but he's complaining about being asked to censor himself, and as he complains about it, he censors himself. I mean, that's some serious virtue signaling, right? I mean, this is pretty gay.
Black metal, which I'm speaking for my black metal. I hope some of you understand that this is not the only art or music that is going to pick on you.
Snore. Dude, 20 minutes of this? I know y'all think the same thing when I upload a video.
It up. One is forced to confront an immutable truism of first-wave black metal, from guitars that bellow like a chorus of chainsaws, to drums that throb beneath the mix like a steam engine, to Quorthon's demonic reverberant croak. The return sounds that way because black metal is supposed to fucking sound that way.
Classic New Orleans.
Carry my babies to term, but come...
All right, I don't know what the hell he was just talking about, but I'm done listening. He's a thespian. He's a YouTube... Okay, look. He's older than I am. I'm 33. This man's a YouTube thespian. Look, with the rageaholic. Look, brother, get a grip. Quit. Who do you think you are, Kid Cudi? What? The rageaholic. Get a grip, brother. You need peace. It's not cool to rage, and I don't know why you want to spread this. It's spreading your rage. It's just gay. Like, you're gay. You're gay. Dude, who listens to Candlemas? I've listened to Candlemas since I was a teenager. We listened to it so we could point and laugh at how gay it is. I watched your black metal, top black metal videos, top black metal albums video, and you were like, prepare for my bad taste. It's like, dude, what kind of black metal enthusiast are you? My bad taste. So obviously you hate black metal. So you say, here's the best black metal that I know. Get ready for my bad taste in music. Nah, dude, I made a black metal video, a playlist. That's like the best black metal around. I'm a black metal elitist. What kind of black metal enjoyer are you? Well, obviously you're not among the elite like I am. I'm not saying it's that my black metal on my playlist is the only good black metal, but if you find any other good black metal, it's as good as that. But you just show a bunch of it's crap. So what are you doing here? What are you doing on YouTube? Like what's the gay thing you're doing? Just being mad at the internet. Just raging. Why are you raging? Why are you raging? You know, I figured out why you wear the glasses. It's so that we can't see you reading off of the screen. You type up this your funny, witty stuff, which a lot of it I like. But a lot of it's like gay. You know, it just takes me back. You know, normally I don't talk like this, and I don't overstate how. I'm not even overstating it though. I don't normally say gay this much, but it's a unique occasion on account of I'm talking about you, and it just takes me back to being a teenager, to being that black metal elitist, and you being you're the guy I pointed to. Look at that. Hey, Danny. Elvis wrote a song. My name should be Trouble. He didn't write it. Elvis didn't write nothing. My name should be Woe, 'cause trouble and heartache are all that I know. But Danny, yes, Danny is my name. Oh, yes, oh, yes. When I was hanging out with Tarl, he's wearing his Avi Otters. The guy that Samantha left to be with Tarl, he called them Avi Otters. I told Tarl, you look like the Rageaholic with those glasses. And he goes... And he looks at Sam. Yes. I said, do you know that guy? And I asked in earnest, because I don't know. I don't watch, like, whatever y'all are doing. A little bit. He was shy about his affiliation with you. I don't know your affiliation with him. I hear that, the Kino Casino says that y'all are best friends. Which, like, I could see that.
The MAGA faithful were primed and puckered. Cash Money Patel was appointed Prince of the FBI. The stage was set. The lights were dimmed. It all appeared prepped to fire the Epstein files out into the ether. The divine justice might finally find the patrons of Preteen Pooper Party Island.
I'm not trying to overdo this, but, like, this is, I mean, like, gay. You know, I used to be a thespian too, and I still like to do that occasionally for fun. I mean, by occasionally, I mean I haven't indulged in thespianism, not since I was in my mid-20s, perhaps, mid-20s. I would like to do characters at Halloween. And my last character, oh boy, that's a good one. That's a good one. He didn't speak. It was a mask. Anyway. I had a metal persona also. He is Sacramortem. You're gay. I come onto my porch in a desperate hope for quiet, for solitude. Just me and my cats. The noise. I can't handle the noise. In a perfect world, all I would ever hear would be Nictalgia. The other day, I was so frantic and afraid that I went jolting about the neighborhood, scaring everybody, and I could not understand why. If only there wasn't blackness. If I could only have something besides the blackness. Hey. I'm dreaming of something other than blackness. Well, thanks.
There you go.
Look at how you turn on a light, and I feel good. I was telling him about my thespianism. Do you know about that?
Oh, I'm assuming, yeah.
Yeah.